see. There you go. Hey, good morning, everybody. Sorry, I had my mute on mic for just a second here. So far, we survived the night. We survived the night here. We have about 7.5 more hours for Bitcoin to hold on to this Fibonacci level, and we have a chance of doing a short-term bounce at least. So that's what I'm looking at the moment, guys. So far, so good. We had shorts did attempt to bring us down here early in the morning, like early morning, and you saw that there was some volume here to take us back up when that did happen. We got as close to the Fibonacci level as we had over the night time period, or over yesterday, but we managed to hold due to some beautiful whales that helped us out here. There we are. But so far everything is good at the moment. Hey Etrev, hey 1997 Washington, or WA, and hey Hoodair. I'm gonna always mess up saying that over and over and over again. And hey Brett, it can see probably 19 cents, but it looks like right now the floor for it is about 20 cents. But yeah, if Bitcoin does take some whatever heavy plunge, you could probably put a limit order down there if you wanted to. But I'd probably sell some of my Doge off at that point. Let's see. Funny thing is, you know how last night we talked about XTMX being the only thing up? Well, right now STMX is up about 9.5%, which is a pretty nice move on their part. I own a little bit. I'm thinking, I'm wondering if I should sell some of it off right here, or just hold on to it a little bit longer. I'm waiting to see. Hey Puneet, hey Tamar Ethiopia, and hey Hoodair. Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, I know. I'm always gonna call it Hodor. I'm rewatching Game of Thrones on HBO right now, and it's a fun one. I'm only in the first season though. Yeah, guys. So far, we're just barely managing to hold on. I mean, like single bottom, double bottom, triple bottom, almost a quadruple bottom here. We're trying very hard, but we did get pushed down a little bit lower this time. So let's see how everything works out. What is this line here? Oh, that's my arrow thing that I put on earlier, the path this morning. Oh, excuse me, last evening. What are the chances of Bitcoin going down to 52K? Probably only about 20-30% at the moment. It would rise drastically if we actually break down below this green level right here, which is this fib level. This is just the double bottom we had last night. Maybe the triple bottom if you consider this over here. But this green line right here is that big point we don't want to cross below. And then I would say this green line is more important than this red line, but this red line is like a last ditch effort to help us out. Where if you might think of something like the day candle, where the day candle might come down below the Fibonacci level like this, but overall it would still close above the fib level, which is what we're looking for at the moment. But so far we're barely managing to hold. No. There we go. What do I think? I said, Tom, I think it's okay for a long-term hold, but I'd prefer to be swing trading and day trading it at the moment. It's gone up a little bit here, but I'd wait for it to come back down a little bit before I take a longer position on it. Let's see. Hail by the Crickets. Bitcoin support levels here. You have some Fibonacci levels. One of them is going to be around $55,000. Another one's going to be at $55,500. But then you're looking at a decent support level right here at about what am I looking at? Yeah, about $52,000 is that big one. From the Fibonacci standpoint, again, 55,000. And then one more here is, if I take this, can I hide this? Is it way to hide it? No. Right, hold on. I might be able to delete this and just push Control Z to get it back. And another level here is, let me get down to the Fib retractment. Yeah, about 54,000. 54,000 something I see. Maybe even 53,000 if you consider this level of support right here from this this peak we had a while ago. There we go. But it is going to be an interesting day, guys. I mean, we're barely holding on. So far, we're doing fine. If we, the closer we get to ending the day, I think it was the better. But we want to continue moving up, guys. We can't stay down here forever. Even if we manage to close above this level, we could still be shorted heavily tomorrow. So we at least want to start moving up back above like 60,000, you know, $61,000, $62,000 range, and hopefully start testing out this upper Fibonacci level up here at about 62,315-ish level. That's where we really want to start going. But at the moment, we're still feeling a little bit heavy here, you know, unfortunately. Hold the Door. I know, it's a really good show. I'm not gonna watch the last season because it was so bad, but I'm gonna watch all the first 7 seasons of Game of Thrones. Let's see. Hey, Salt to the Moon or Back to Earth. Either one, we're gonna make some money, it looks like. So I'd short it if it breaks down below the Fibonacci. And right now I'm buying up some coins, so we'll see. And remember, guys, we are at support. I want to make that clear. Let me just go over here to this Bitcoin chart. Oh, I made this one very simple. I forgot since we were looking at the second chart here. Pull this up. Remember, we are at support from both this level of support right here and the Fibonacci level. So we're in the 50-day moving average. So this is a buying opportunity. Now, if you're buying right now, you want to at least, you could be holding this for maybe 1 to 2 days. If it tries to come back up here, that'd be a nice play. But make sure if you do buy right here, as long as Bitcoin looks good afterwards, you can hold on to your altcoins. But if we start to take a swing down or anything like that, you could always sell, take that profit, and if we come back down here, you can try to buy again, or you can wait to see if we break down below the Fibonacci level itself. But this is still a buying zone at the moment. Let me just put a little bit of a horizontal line right here. All right. Let me see if I can find a. Right now, this is still a buying zone right here. In my opinion, altcoins that when Bitcoin is under 60,000 right now, this is still a buying zone in my opinion. You can see this level of support. You can even see it over here when I was trying to hold on a little bit. So I think we're fine. This is more of a neutral area where you don't want to be buying too much of it. But this is a zone where you would want to be buying. Up here is where you would probably want to be selling, or you would see a little bit of resistance. Can I? More up here is where you'd be saying, hey, let me sell some off if you're doing a little bit of swing trading. Otherwise, you're going to be holding in anticipation for a potential breakout there. So as bearish as the chart looks at the moment, we're still at a good buying spot. There we go. All right. Sorry guys, I just started drinking some tea this morning. I didn't get much sleep last night because I drank too much tea. So now I'm drinking tea to keep myself up in the morning. Hey, Puni, I'll look at one of them for you guys. I don't look at like multiple coins for people, guys. Don't take advantage of what I'm trying to do. Look at Crow. Go off Coinbase. So far, it looks fine. Again, same thing as last night. It's pumping up a little bit more. You could try to grab some if you want to ride it onto that momentum, but I would have a stop loss here, maybe 10 to 15% just to protect yourself in case it wants to take a little bit of a breather later on. Personally, if I was wanting to buy, I would be buying on a red day because it seems like those red days are much better buying opportunities as everything's breathing back down, and then see if it'll go up again after that. That's just personally how I would trade this since it does have a lot of volatility at the moment. There we go. Let's see. Doge support's around 20 cents at the moment. There was one level at 22 cents, but the big one is at 20 cents. It's a trend line that's been going up for a while. Yeah, no worries, Joni. Let me see what's going on right now, guys. I want to pop this up. Oh, I should take a, hold on a second, guys. Why do I have two lines right here? Oh, did it do a double Fibonacci? Oh gosh, I hate when this happens. Okay, hold on a second, guys. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. Now, while we kind of watch Bitcoin here, or let me see over here, we can see how some of the other coins are doing. Because remember last night, guys, a lot of these coins were actually testing out their own support levels. So Doge right here, remember testing out support right down here. Well, it came back up actually just like Bitcoin did. So far it's managing to hold, which is a good thing. At least for today's candle, support for Doge is right around here about 21 and little under 22 cents. Little under 22 cents. And then you have another one right here about 21.5, and then this big one right here about 20 cents. Ethereum holding on to its Fibonacci level, and just like Bitcoin here, holding on to the 50-day moving average. It's trying to bounce just like Bitcoin is. It really depends on if we get shorted down or not. Either way, I'm not too concerned. If it comes back down, I'll be buying up a little bit more. But Ethereum has a chance of coming back down here to maybe 3,800 or so. So I'll be watching for that one. That's if Bitcoin breaks down from here. Looks like Matic actually broke down below its 50 here, and it's still going in its downward trend. I'm not too concerned about it at the moment. It looks like it's actually trying to come back up here. I probably would wait to buy a little bit of Matic, but I've owned Matic for a while over here, so I'm not too concerned about it, even though I prefer to day trade this sucker. Yeah, I'm hoping this can find a little bit better support here. 88, oh, look at this. 80 actually managed to hold on to the 200 daily moving average. If this holds, that'd be freaking fantastic, but man, oh man, is it still looking a little heavy here. Be aware of this one. Looks a little bit scary, but if it holds, this would be a prime opportunity to be buying in. XRP still holding. BitTorrent broke down, trying to get back up here, but it did break down. Ethereum Classic barely holding on. XLM still doing okay. Has a golden cross, if that means anything. Hopefully that's a good bullish sign for the next few days on it. Litecoin had a bullish golden cross a few days ago, holding on to the 20-day moving average here barely. It has fallen down below the support of 232 though, which is a shame. Still holding on to this overall support. EOS had a nice breakout opportunity. It failed right here. One, because of Bitcoin, but mostly because it ran into the 200 daily moving average, and that was a little bit of a hiccup. This still looks like, to me, give it a few more days, and this has like a week or so. This has a chance of having a golden cross and having a nice move up to maybe $7 or so. STMX, we talked about this a little bit. It doesn't look like that much of a move, but it is up 9% on the day, which is pretty nice, and managed to hold on to the 200 daily moving average. Sol's coming down and breaking down, which isn't looking too good. Looks like it wants to come back down to maybe 195 or so. FTM about on the verge of breaking down here as well. So the gist of it is, guys, you're seeing a lot of coins at support, all waiting for Bitcoin to make a move here. Dot broke down below the 50 here as well. I'm going to extend this line very fast. Where's it at? There you go. Getting closer to its support as well. Then you got Link, same thing. Luna, same thing. I should probably extend this line for Luna since it's been around for a while. So you're seeing the same thing happen over and over and over again. Everything is waiting to see what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin breaks down, everything else is going to break down as well, which you might see up to, the 10 to 15% losses on altcoins, as as annoying as that might be. Hey, so thanks, man. I appreciate it. And have a good time at work, my man. Hey, Brian. Likelihood of a breakdown is evening 50-50. Well, so far, right now, I'm hoping we can hold on to it. But yeah, it is a flip of a coin at this point. If the good thing is, you saw we actually tried to get shorted earlier this morning when everybody was sleeping, and there were whales here waiting to buy in, and you saw all those orders trigger right here, and it boosted us. This is a 5-minute chart here, so. Boosted us about over 2,000 points in 15 minutes. Not bad at all. So there is support right here at this Fibonacci level, like really close to this Fibonacci level, and that's a good thing. We just really we need that to hold right now, because if this doesn't hold, yeah, we're probably going down to at least 55,000, if not $52,000. Let's see. Thank you for analysis. I'm trying to load up on some of the Ethereum. Is there a good chance for it to go down below 4K? What is a good entry? Ethereum, let me take a peek at it. Well, right now is a decent entry opportunity for Ethereum, because if Bitcoin holds the Fibonacci level, we're going to see all the crypto rebound here pretty nicely. The only thing is, it's holding on to the Fibonacci level. I'm going to go to the daily chart here, and it's also trying to bounce off the 50-day moving average. So this is where you would want to be buying right now. You just want to be aware that if Bitcoin does fall, because it is at support levels are usually where you want to buy. But support sometimes falls. That's the big thing we're worried about at the moment. If Ethereum does fall, you might want to have a stop loss somewhere, like if you buy it right now at 4,222, maybe at about $4,000 or so. So you maybe have to take a 5% loss. But on the upside, if we do manage to hold, then you could at least be looking at 6-7% gains with a potential breakout here in the future. So that'd be the play at the moment. It's not the best odds. You could try to wait a little bit here, or what you could do is you could take a small position right now and then have a limit order down here at about $4,000, or even closer down here at about 3,800. And then if that one triggers, then you'd be set, because what happens if Bitcoin goes down, right? Let me see if I can get the whole picture for you guys. Sorry about that. So you see we have this Fibonacci level right here, this red line. If we end up breaking down below this one, as well as there's another one down here from this Fibonacci from here to here. Let's just worry about this red one for now. If we end up breaking down below these two Fibonacci levels, the next one we have is down here at about 53,000. What will most likely happen is we do have this nice trend line here for Bitcoin that started all the way back in July. It tapped on here a few different times throughout September, it looks like. What I can see happening here is curling, maybe a little bouncing, maybe eventually testing out, and then trying to go to all-time highs over here. But that would mean this would happen sometime in like December or January, which would not be a good thing. And I know a lot of you guys have been following, what's that guy's name? Plan B. Right, and I know a lot of you guys have put some large positions in here because you believe that, let's see. There you go. He still thinks it's 98K by the end of November. I'm hoping he's right here, but man, it all hinges on what happens in the next few hours, next few days here. We can still pop off, go here, and then still eventually come down, and then do a little crazy dip and rip effect. Hopefully that doesn't happen, because that's going to be freaking annoying as hell. And then the other Fibonacci level here, we saw this one is at 59,521. I would say actually, it's not completely accurate here. I usually put these lines precisely at where the top of the candle is at. So it's somewhere around 59,701, which we've already been down a few times before, like over here. We managed to come back up just fine. And so I don't use this Fibonacci level all too much. What I use is more of this one right here. Because, let's see if I can get these numbers exactly right. Wow, that's fine. You can see we managed to hold on just right here on the Fibonacci level, and so far we're holding right there again. This is the level we don't want to break down below, 58,195. The exact number is like 58,209 or something like that. But you don't have to worry about the exact number. Just understand if we start falling down below that line, you're going to see the effect of what happens. You already saw what happens if we go over here to the second chart very fast. Let me get out of the Fibonacci levels. You already saw the effect of what happened if I go to the 5-minute chart here. When we were down here, right? Huge shut up of volume. Tried to take us down, was not able to. Oh no, was that 15? Yeah, big shut of volume right here. And right here as well, but not as much. Oh, so this is Ethereum. That's why it's freaking me out so much. There we go. There we go. Okay, that big shut of volume, because this was the low. This is the closest we got to the Fibonacci level so far. Maybe that was the exact Fibonacci level. You know, who knows? But right there, you saw all that volume that pumped us up about $2,000 in just about 15 minutes of time. But so far, guys, so far we're holding. So far we're holding. That's the good thing. So far we're holding. We just got to continue to hold. Preferably, we want to get away from this Fibonacci. We want to actually start bouncing. It's just every time we try to bounce, there's a lot of selling pressure. There's a lack of buyers in the market right now because everybody is so worried, because if they buy right now, there's still that chance that Bitcoin could fall down. So even whales are a little bit concerned about this. It's all just, all just the game. It's all part of the plan. Let's see. Hey Daniel, we could check out Cake. I could check out Cake for you very fast. So this one just flat out broke down, didn't it? Wow. Just broke down below its Fibonacci level as well. This thing can be coming back down here to $15 or so. So I'd be careful of this one right now. I don't know what's actually causing it to come down. Tried to hold the fibs. Yeah, I've held the fibs there. That's fine. Okay. So right now, this thing looks like it wants to come down to at least $15. You do have a little bit of support right around here at 1631. Hopefully it can stay above that. But what I'm looking at right now, is there anything on the weekly chart that could help me out here? No, not really. Yeah, this thing, at least from the Fibonacci perspective, it looks like it wants to come back down and test out 15, maybe even 14, like 30 something, $14.30 something cents here. I'd be careful of Cake, unless you want to be buying in it right here. This is a better time to be buying in. Hopefully, if Bitcoin drops, this doesn't actually break down below this next Fibonacci level, because that would come down to about, like $11 or so. That'd be a pretty large loss from starting today. That'd be around like a 40% loss. So be careful with Cake. It'll be a good buying opportunity, but man, oh man, oh man, is that that's not what you want to see after having a nice breakout like that. Yeah. Fake breakout right there, but yeah, I would be careful with Cake, my man. This one looks a little weak, and then you see it breaking down below the Fibonacci level. Maybe no, yeah, held. Yeah, okay. Be careful with that one. Maybe put Bitcoin on the 15-minute here. Patiently just waiting to see what that happens there. Let's see. ICP, I'll do ICP on here. You're seeing ICP in a pretty similar predicament. ICP is normally weak though. Actually, I'll put up here just so you guys can see it a little bit better. I forgot that doesn't have all the tools. Because I just wanted to see the market cap on it. What was the market cap? Market cap. Back down to 7.7 billion. Okay. I'm not a big fan of ICP, but right now it's still testing out its trend line. It's still testing out the trend line. So this is an opportunity to be buying it at the moment. This is an opportunity to be buying ICP at the moment, just like a lot of other coins. But again, if Bitcoin does fall down below the Fibonacci level and hold and close down there on the daily, that's when you're probably going to start selling off your ICP here to protect yourself. Because, I mean, how far away is ICP? Yeah, this is bad. ICP is 59% away from its lows down here. And if we break down below this, let's say we broke down in the next couple of days, the next level of support is down about 5%. And the next level of support after that is about 29%. So this is this one could drop like a rock if Bitcoin does break down. So just be careful. Some coins are poised to hold a lot better than others, right? And you can even see, according to the Fibonacci levels, the retracement, this is already down to like almost the final level. If it falls down below this one, it could really just come all the way back down here to $26 or so. So be very, very careful when it comes to ICP. This is not something I really want to be holding right now. But if you did want to buy into it, this is the time to be buying into it, as you want to see if it will bounce off of support. And again, if Bitcoin does end up taking that little bit of a tumble, you can just sell out and just take that small loss instead of becoming a bag holder on it. Because remember, this thing has a bunch of bag holders. ICP has been going down for a while now. It's almost like a penny stock, how it just getting stock split. Yeah, over and over and over again, tongue twister. And so you got to be very careful about what happens with this one. Remember, this used to be up here like a 300. Let's just say at the reasonable level, around $364. Now it's at 42 bucks. Still at a very high market cap. But if this does take another big lunge, this thing may see all-time lows. You know, but this is a special thing, because remember, guys, there are coins out there on CoinMarketCap that are new, and you know, let me just go here to page 76. Fine. Let me just go down here to one. Yeah. let's just say this. There are coins on here that have very, very low market caps where they give you an opportunity to be buying in at the ground level. And if it goes parabolic, you make a bunch of money, right? You can just make a bunch of money. But then there are coins out here like ICP where they have private investors that build up the price and, make the market cap be massive, right? And then when that happens, why would you ever want to buy a coin that opens up at a market cap of like $40 billion? Why would you ever do that? Because now you don't get all the growth from buying at like $50 million and riding it up to $1 billion or even higher potentially. So this is what made this such a failure right here, and at least in the eyes of my eyes, because we really don't know what this is worth just yet. Right now, at least the Bitcoin rallying has been the thing that's been saving this. But if Bitcoin didn't rally, this thing was really going to, like, if Bitcoin would have just kept on going sideways or anything else, it would have really started coming down hard. So be careful with ICP, guys. I'm not really a big fan of it just because of how they have those private investors in there. Private investors are like pretty greedy people. Let's see. There we go. So far, still holding. Hey, Crackervilly, the Doge boss. Crow at 8 cents was a great buy a few months ago, paying off now. That's the best way to trade these types of coins. You got to buy them early and then hold on to them. You know what I'll do, guys? I'll try to find a coin that's at the ground level. Now, this is yeah. So I will try to find a coin at the ground level. Maybe I'll look up on social media new coins that haven't come out yet, or something like that, or new coins that don't even have like they're just figuring their stuff out. And then maybe I can do a review of one, and maybe I'll put down $50 or so on it, or something very, very small, even $10, $20, whatever. And then we can follow its progression over like a year or something like that, and see what happens to that $10. And then we can just put and maybe I'll just put an extra $10 in a Bitcoin, and we'll see which one grows more over that year time. This would be a very long project probably, which would be we'd forget about it for a while, honestly, but maybe I'll look for a coin just like that, and we'll see how that all plays out. I'm a little hesitant on doing that, but like a $10 investment type of thing, see what happens. And then if it does well, we can say, hey, this is, this worked out. If it doesn't do well, I can say, oh, it didn't work out. So I'll try to find a coin out there. It'll probably take me a few days at least, maybe even a few weeks here. Because it'll just be a coin that has this coin will be so high risk that has a chance of not even going anywhere in the first place. So we might not even have a chance to buy in it in the first place. So that's how new we're going to be working on these coins. Okay. With this coin. So I'll see how it works out, but I think it could be pretty fun. But again, if I tell you guys a coin that's like so speculative, so new, I do not want you guys investing a large amount of money into it. I would just say for like $5 to $20. If you're really a big spender, go for like $50 and then see where it goes in the future. And that'd be something fun to look at. But besides that, I would say, don't put a lot of money behind that play. Because that's the whole point. We're buying at the ground level, which is the highest risk place to buy, but with the highest reward. Because if we're buying a coin like under $100,000 market cap, when I normally like to buy under 50 million in the first place, that's going to be a very, very crazy thing to see happen if it does end up going up or going parabolic or something like that. And that's how it'll end up being. But I don't, as an influencer, I don't want to pump a coin like that, if that makes sense. I'll figure out a way to do it. I'll put up a whole bunch of warnings saying, hey, no more than $20, no more than $20, no more than $20. And I'll say that over and over and over again to hammer that into your heads, because I know some people want to go all crazy into it. Hey, DD, let's see. Made 100% on Apple call from yesterday. Thanks. Oh, dude, I'm happy you made some good money, my man. I'm happy you made some good money. Did Apple break out today? Yes, it did. Nice. That is a very nice move right there. That is a very, very nice move. Right now, I sold off some of my bill yesterday, and I'm glad I did, because it came plummeting back down to earth. I knew it was going to be heading towards some resistance, so I sold off some yesterday, and I think Ahit did the same, or I think Monica did. So I am happy the way this one turned out. I still have a little bit left. I want to see if it can continue to go up, but this doesn't expire until like December, so I'm definitely willing to hold a little bit longer. But that option play is up like 400 something % right now, so I only bought like 10 calls though. There we are. Let's see. Hey Jennifer, thanks for watching the stream. DeFi, looks a little heavy. Looks like it wants to come down and test out the 20-day moving average and potentially bounce off of a 294 level, 295 level. I'd say be careful with this play at the moment. This is something where you would have wanted to be following the trend line here. And if you were doing more of a day trade, you would have wanted to be selling off right around here. You see right where that big volume came in? Those longer candles? That's because it was breaking down right here. This was the time to sell DeFi back then. Now you're just waiting for another entry position on it. At least as far as the support level, you do have that 50-day moving average, as I just told you guys. I assume that 20-day moving average. Yeah, 20-day moving average somewhere down here at about 295 or so. We talked about a few seconds ago. And then we also have another level of support right down here at 294. So that kind of evens up. So you do have a level of support here, and you also have that 50-day, 20-day moving average. This would be a good opportunity to buy and for an opportunity for it to bounce back off and hopefully give you some money back on those bags. Next time you trade, just make sure you have a stop loss in place and you have you're keeping track of everything that's going on in this play here. Okay. Go pop that right back up. And just watching these Fibonacci levels, guys. We tried, shorts tried to get us to break down below the Fibonacci levels, but we were able to hold due to some whale having a bunch of volume right here, pumping us back up. But so far, guys, we're still in a precarious spot, and we're just basically waiting to see what happens here over the next few hours. Hey, Lewis Scratcher, people don't deserve any money. People can take on long surveys like Swagbucks, use survey money to buy crypto. No risk for you. You can make $200 a month. Oh, see, that's pretty interesting right there. I've never done those survey things personally, but I do know people that do them for decent money. I do surveys for YouTube. YouTube pays me to like talk to them on like voice chats and voice calls and stuff like that. I'm not allowed to talk about what I talk about, but mostly it's just like random stuff to help better the platform, especially for streamers. So I kind of like it. I'm waiting to see if they're going to put any of my input into action though. Hey Byron, yeah, be careful about pumping, but you're aware. Yeah, I know, right? So so my thing is, I'm thinking of finding a coin at the bottom level, like a coin that's not even on a swap account just yet. Not like that's how new it'll be, and then we try to buy it at the lowest level. And yeah, my big thing is, guys, like I normally don't do this for like good reason because it's very, very high risk. But I just want to, a lot of you guys have been trying to buy at high levels and sell at high levels, which is fine. You can do a lot of day trading that way. But if you guys want to ever get those parabolic gains, you usually have to buy at a lower level. Usually somewhere around like the lower than 50 million, like lower than $200 million market cap. But we're going to try to go in at like the ground level, which is why I'm saying I'm not going to put like more than $50 into it. And then we'll see what that $50 turns into in like a year, maybe even 2-3 years. We'll see where it goes. If it's doing okay, I'll hold on to it. If it's not doing okay, I'll sell it off and whatever. Maybe it'll turn into something worthless. And I'll have a lot of warnings. I'll say it'll be almost annoying how many warnings I give you. But you know how like a lot of you guys are new traders, but you have some common sense behind you. I bet that I have some viewers out there too that are so new to trading they would like put their mortgage in it or something like that. I don't want you people to do that. So that's why I'd be very careful about how I approach all that. Let's see. Yeah, no worries, Jennifer. Happy to help you out. Let me see what's going on here. Right there. Perfect. Forgot I was even wearing this t-shirt today. I woke up and just chose to wear something random because I had to let my dog out. I was taking a nap because he's all pouty that I'm talking to you guys and not him. All right. But so far right now, everything looks okay for the most part. Most things are in the green. Solo's down a little bit. FTM is, but I think Solo broke down, didn't it? So got to be careful of that one. But STMX at the moment, guys, is the big winner of the day. We talked about it a little bit last night. Look at that. Grinding and grinding and grinding here from last night. This almost looks like the COVID chart from the Dow Jones, how it crashed, had a little bit of a drop here, then rallied up for all-time highs. even though this isn't coming up to all-time highs, of course. This is like a little piece that looks like the overall stock market. So STMX is looking pretty nice, guys. Probably not worth it to be chasing it right now, but it is running into a little bit of resistance up here. But this was a nice play from last night. I'm hoping this thing can even go up higher. If it does, I'll probably sell some of mine off so I can get a lower average. But at the moment, yeah, this is pumping up pretty nicely. Oh yeah, you even see BitTorrent coming up 2%, trying to get back above this trend line here. Trying. Keyword is trying. Let's see right here. There you go. And Bitcoin is still trying to make a move here if it can. And there we go. Let me go see. I just want to see what coins are doing well today. You still got WAXP doing okay. You still got Crow doing okay. Crow looks like it's a little heavy though, which we talked about. KDA KD is not doing so hot at the moment. It's trying to rebound a little bit here. Secrets coming up a teeny bit. AVAX a little bit here. Sand still coming up after yesterday's drop. Okay, there's some good stuff here. So there is stuff, if you guys wanted to be day trading, there is stuff to trade here. What I would say is just be careful with some of the volatile plays we have. Bora looks like it's doing pretty well though. Bora is something I'd be looking at. Yeah, this would be something fun to trade here. There we go. All right, perfect. My dog just looking for a place to nap. Let's see. Hey Sadiq, he's messing with Dogecoin. Come on now, people. I'm not telling people to buy Dogecoin, dude. We talk about it quite a bit. People have positions in it. I guide them through it. If you don't like it, get out. All right, hey Jonathan. Hey Mike. Gala listed on Coinbase and going crazy. Think it will pull back or FOMO time? I think it's a little bit of FOMO at the moment. Here, let me pull it up for you. I don't want to do this one. I want to do another Gala. There you go. Off of Binance's chart. There you go. Looks a little bit different, but not much. So it is pumping up right now. I told you guys if you wanted to buy and get that 10% stop loss, I would still have a 10% stop loss, like a trailing stop loss if you bought in yesterday. As far as Gala is concerned, let me go to that 15 here so you can kind of see this move that we've been watching. It looks like it's having a little bit of FOMO. If you did want to buy in, I would try to buy in somewhere closer to the 20 moving average on the 15-minute chart here. That's more of what I'm looking for. But man, oh man, I mean, it's rallied by 80%. It can continue to go higher. Let me see what the actual market cap is before I say any more here, though. $1.5 billion market cap. It can go higher. I just say, be careful, be monitoring it. This is more of a coin now where you're not buying and leaving it alone for a few days. This is more of a coin where you're buying it and you're having alerts set up. So if it drops 5% or goes up 5%, you're always being aware of where the price is at. So it's more of a day trading thing for me at the moment. But there's still plenty of money to be made here. Just keep your mind open to shorting this as well if it does start breaking down like below the 50 moving average here and stuff like that. But overall, I think it's still a fun play to have. But yeah, this is FOMO time. This is a FOMO play at the moment. But SHIB was a FOMO play when it broke out again. So there we are. Hey Mike, hey, did we touch the bottom of the dip, or will it go lower? So we did touch really close to this Fibonacci level, Mike. And you see this green line right here. I won't zoom in too much right here. But when we got really close to it, you saw whales or limit orders coming in. They bought this sucker up. So this is a 5-minute chart. In about 15 minutes time, maybe 20 minutes time, because I see 4 candles, even though the measurement says 15. Yeah, in about 15-20 minutes time, Bitcoin rose. Oh, get out of here. Bitcoin rose about $2,100 because of this pop right here from whales buying in. So we do have support here, but who knows how many times if we tap down on it before that support goes away, and then the shorts have enough power to break through that position right there. So there are whales here. This is a nice level of support. We are in a buying zone at the moment. We're just waiting to see if we fall down below. I have taken a few small positions here, to see if we're managed to hold, and I would probably hold them for maybe upwards of maybe 1 to 5 days personally to see where they go from here. Because again, this is a level of support. This is a buying zone, if you will. But right now, you know, I'm just watching it like a hawk, because if it doesn't work out, I can sell my coins and, you know, I may lose 3 to 4%, but I'm not going to be too concerned. Mostly because the only buys that I got over like last night and the last couple of days is on limit orders, which means I had my limit orders a little bit lower. So if we had a drastic drop, I was going to be there like fishing, just ready to catch that low price, buy it up on a limit order, and ride it back up. A good example of this was what was it? Oh, here, ADA, sorry. So you see ADA had a drop down here this morning as well. I had a limit order for $1.80. Now I went to $1.79, so I got pretty actually lucky with this play. Normally I don't get the order so close, like I really don't. I'm usually like way too low because I'm too cheap sometimes, or I'm too high where I lose money and I'm barely at a profit at the moment. So, you know, most of the time I do fine, but you know what I mean. So right now I bought mine, my limit order triggered. I won't say like I was actually awake when I bought it, because this happened like middle of the night. But I bought it $1.80. Right now, that position's up about 3.5%. My stop loss on it is if it breaks below 183, and that means I would take a 2% profit on it. And right now, the profit's only about 3.5%, 3.79%. So I'm only risking a little bit of profit here. But after looking at the charts, this is where my stop loss is going to be. If it falls down below this one, I'll get out with a 2% gain. You know, and then you see a lot of my other coins having the same type of play here. Some of them don't have this crazy dip. Some of them have just been consolidating like this, but you're going to see the bottom of the wave is where I have that stop loss. But again, you could still be buying at in this zone right here, but I prefer to have some limit orders. So if we ever have a potential like steep drop, especially at a level of support, I can be able to catch some of that. I mean, I have an ADA limit order right now, guys. Here, let me put this right here. I have limit orders all the way down here at $1.54, $1.60. So if ADA goes down here while I'm sleeping, I can take a little piece of it. These are not massive orders, maybe just a few $100 or so, but you know, a couple percent on a few $100 is still a decent profit here. And so that I have limit orders scattered all throughout this low zone right here as well, just in case we do end up breaking down underneath the 200 daily moving average, and then we have to test out before making a rally back up here. Because I could see a lot of these coins coming down, testing out their supports and bouncing off. The only thing about ADA is, you know, it did pump up in a different way than Bitcoin. You're seeing a lot of coins like Ethereum here testing out their 50-day moving averages and their Fibonacci levels, and they have trend lines down here in case it does come back down lower. So Ethereum, if it breaks down, could possibly come back down here to 3,840, or even down here to the next Fibonacci level, which is 3,600, 36,660. $3,666, sorry, and then possibly even all the way down here on a bad wick or something like that, maybe down to $3,600 about. So there's a lot of crazy stuff that can happen right now, guys. Either way, we're going to bounce off, or you're going to see a lot of altcoins take some pretty big hits, but there's plenty of opportunities to place limit orders if you guys wanted to. Now, I wouldn't recommend putting huge positions down, but somewhat smaller positions down, like maybe $100 or so you can get a nice price. If you're sleeping and we see a big drop, you're going to be able to catch that drop, and you're going to wake up with a little bit of profit. Not a crazy amount, but a little bit. And that little bit of profit always makes you feel good when everybody else is losing a bunch of money. Move that right there. Yeah, no worries, Jonathan. Happy to help you out. Hey, Jennifer, what does it mean when something looks heavy? Oh, it means there's a lot of selling pressure on it. So right now we've been seeing, well, up until today, we've been seeing a little bit less volume in Bitcoin, which means there hasn't been as many buyers. And so when you don't see buyers, people are just continuing to sell, right? And what that normally means is the price continues to go lower and lower and lower, and looks heavier and heavier and heavier. Another instance of when I say heavy is sometimes, let me go over here to the day chart. Let me scroll up here. Sometimes you'll see a candle that looks like a flag. Can I draw a rectangle here? Maybe this will make it a good example of it. You'll see a candle. Clone. Forgive these ugly candles here. Especially since it's so hard for me to freaking grab onto them. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna stretch this out. Whatever. Dude, let me grab onto this circle, this square. Whatever, okay. You see candles look like this and they're kind of flagging, and then all of a sudden you start to see it come down just a little bit, and that's also something that looks heavy. I wish I had a real example to use that. You find it more in stocks though. But usually the candles get smaller and smaller and smaller, and then they start to teeter, which means they start to look, get the path back on here. They start to go like this. They keep on staying same, and then all of a sudden they start to look a little heavy, and you can start to see that higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. That chain of higher lows is broken, and that also looks heavy to me. That means that we're about to have a big fall, which means the buying pressure is not keeping up with the selling pressure, and that means we're gonna take a dip. Those are two different examples, but yeah, that's how I look at heavy. That's how I use heavy. Excuse me. There we are. Hey, Ken, no options plays right now. The market looks a little heavy. I'm letting it breathe out a little bit. I sold out on my bill, or most of my bill yesterday, so right now I'm just waiting to see if anything pops off. Apple broke out today. That's something you can look at. Apple broke out today. Let's see. Anyways, Jonathan. Hey, Brett, you think Rivian Auto done dropping? You think, or no, maybe ready for another run? Let me check it out for you very fast. I don't even have Finviz up right now. Oh yeah, Finviz is having this dumb freaking thing with its ads right now. Oh, hold on. As you see, Apple's breakout. Visa is not looking so good though. Visa is not looking good at all. Amazon's not going to take Visa in United Kingdom anymore because of their high fees. Okay, here we go. Oh, there we go. I freaking hate these ads. Okay. Well, they're really pushing the ads right now. You could try to take a position right now. I'd probably wait a few more days. If you wanted to, you could start entering a position here. It looks like it's coming back down to breathe. Personally, I'd wait to see probably a week or so. I bought some shares down here on opening day, right? And so I'm still holding them, but they're for retirement basically. I would try to wait to see if it comes back down a little bit. At the moment, you know, I'm thinking this might have something to do with like somewhat similar move of Robinhood, where it had this big pop off and then it came back down to bleed until you know, it has a decent opportunity. People are more interested in buying it. That's what I see at the moment. Right now, Robinhood is on the verge of going towards all-time lows if it hasn't already. 32.87. Current price 32.29. Yeah, so it's on the verge of going to all-time lows. So I'd be very, very careful with Robinhood at the moment. But yeah, with Rivian, if you want to take an opening position, you definitely could. But be careful that initial hype isn't going to bleed out, and then it's going to have to find its footing a few days from now. So you can buy in, but it's just a high risk play to be buying it at the moment. I don't think there's any options available for it just yet anyway, but if you were looking at options, I'd be waiting a little bit as well. Do I think Bitcoin will come down to the lower 50s in the next couple of weeks, or are you expecting a bounce sooner? So far, that's what we're waiting for right now. If we break down below this Fibonacci level, guys, here, let me pop this right here. If we break down below this Fibonacci level, the next level of support we have is about 54,000, then about here at 52,000. If we come back down to 52,000, I mean, it would really have to be a fast plummet because that's where the trend line is, way down here. Like, it would have to come down fast. You see, if we take about a couple weeks to get down here, we're most likely only going to come down to maybe 51,500, maybe even $52,000. So we might not even tap on this Fibonacci level. But that's if we break down below here. If we manage to hold, we have two possibilities. We bounce around, you know, maybe come back down, bounce off this Fibonacci level, come back down, maybe break out here, then try to make a move. this can happen in any time frame. This could happen within a few weeks. This could happen within a few days. This could happen within a few months, you know, because we have all this time until we hit this other trend line. If we go sideways here, guys, we don't hit this trend line until January 26th, right? That's kind of a while away. Or if that doesn't work out, we bounce around, whatever, and then we come down and test it, and then we bounce off of it and try to go to all-time highs. I don't think we're going to break this. If we break this, I'd be out of most of my crypto at that point, except for my long positions. I'd be out of most of my swing trades if that happened, but I'd be accumulating a lot if we actually hit this level right there. There we go. So right now, this is a decent buying zone if you guys believe we're going to hold. I've been taking small positions, limit orders in particular here in this zone. There we go. Taking small positions right here. So if we do end up bouncing off and going up to higher highs later on, I would have found a really good buying opportunity. Normally, I buy when everybody else is panicking, so to speak. Most of you guys know that about me. And right now, it's still a decent opportunity to be buying, if you ask me. Now, if we fall down below the Fibonacci level, I will lose some money. I am okay with risking, I don't know, for some different plays, if I were to buy now, even though I was buying definitely down here a little bit more. Let's say we start breaking down, I would risk about 4% for the possibility of making back about 15% if we get back up here. That's how I'm looking at the moment. If we look pretty heavy or something bad happens, we end up swinging back down, I'll just have a stop loss about 2% higher than where I bought it, so at least I make some money. And right now, most of my positions that I've been buying down here are only up about 3%, 4%. So I'm closer to 4% here. So if we do end up taking a dip back down a little bit, I'll be only making about 2% on the trades I've currently been buying up. But I still think it was worth the chance because, again, this is a buying zone right here. You're seeing a lot of coins at their levels of support. Let me hop out of this little box right here. Let me go back over here to the, what chart is this? That one, okay. Push this right here. Actually, let me just go back to the day. Ethereum at the Fibonacci level and the 50-day moving average. Matic at the 50-day moving average, but well above the support. 88 at the 200 daily moving average at support. XRP at support. Bitcoin broke down below support, trying to get back up, but pretty much at support. Ethereum Classic at support. XLM above support, actually doing okay. This one is having a golden cross, which is a very bullish sign, so I'm hoping we have a bounce here to help that out. Litecoin just had a golden cross, breaking down below support. Hey, ouch, dude. Dog's clawing my feet here, trying to bite my shoes. And then it's at support right here of the 20-day moving average. EOS trying to hold on to support. STMX trying to hold on to the 20, but STMX is a special case. It's up like 9% right now. It's trying to break above the well, I guess both the 50 and the 20 at the moment. Sol breaking down below support here. But this thing is actually, this thing has been pumping up like crazy away from Bitcoin. FTM at support. SHIB broke down below support a couple days ago, at this level of support now. BSV at support. I would say more importantly, it's just hovering around the 50-day moving average though. This support is from definitely a while ago here. DOT at support. Link at support. Luna at support. Everything is at support. Everything, this is like at support, bounce. Usually at support, we have a nice bounce off of it. And so this is why it's a buying zone right here. You're buying at support. Everything looks okay to buy here. I'm just making sure that you guys know if you guys buy, remember, nobody knows 100% what happens in the market. We could always go down from here, so we could always break down. But if we do end up breaking down, you guys would take that short, like maybe 4 to 5% loss. But again, like here, if you were to buy Luna right now, and let's say it breaks down, and you have a stop loss, like, let me see right here. Do this a little bit more precise. Let me go over here to maybe the 15-minute chart. And you have a stop loss at the trend line. Most of you guys, I'd recommend having a stop loss a little bit below, just in case we have a nasty wick that takes us down, and then we kind of rip back up. So I would have a stop loss of probably 9 to 10%. And let's say that's about $38 just to call it a decent price. And of course, I probably would have wanted to buy it down here or here personally. But, it doesn't matter. But let's say you missed it and you're trying to buy right here. Now let's go back up here. 10% stop loss on that one, which is a pretty sizable one. If we ride back up here and Bitcoin manages to bounce right there to get back up to this previous level of resistance, that's already about 17%. If we get back up to all here at all-time highs, that's 30%. then we can continue the rally on. So that's how I'm looking at it at the moment. That 10% risk for about 30% gain, it works out to me. But I know some people don't want to take that risk of a 10% loss because 10% losses are pretty nasty. Just make sure if you guys are buying in, you guys have your own portfolios. You don't need to put your whole portfolio into a particular coin. You want to diversify them a little bit. And you don't, if you're a little bit more wary about us breaking down, you don't actually have to make a trade right now. You can just wait and be patient and see if there's another buying opportunity. This is a support buy-in opportunity. It's not as bullish as an opportunity where you might be buying on a breakout where you're following the momentum, right? Right now, the momentum is coming down in the short term, but overall, it's still going up pretty nicely. You have to decide which one you want to follow here. And there's no problem if you don't want to buy in right now and you just want to wait and be patient. There's no problem with that at all. You're probably not freaking out as much as everybody else who's bought over the past few days or so. There we go. The good thing is Bitcoin did test at the Fibonacci level or came pretty close, and you saw volume skyrocketed up to help us out, and it bumped it up about $2,000 in about 20 minutes time. So that was a nice movement that we saw. Hey La Miera, sorry if I mispronounced your name. Thank you for joining the Sapphire level. I really, really do appreciate it. If you have any questions whatsoever, please do not hesitate to ask. Somebody put a message down saying member for 3 months. I don't know who, but I do want to say thank you very much for doing that. I really do appreciate it, guys. Hey, Miss K, hope you're having a very, very good morning. Hey, Jennifer, thanks for breaking that down. Oh, no worries. The reason for this channel is, I trade full time. It's my job. I like YouTube. I'm getting used to YouTube. I'm still new as far as a YouTuber. I started in April, but I really am still learning how YouTube works, like as far as an analytical standpoint and just how to run everything. It's kind of complicated from my point of view. But when I first started to learn how to trade, I didn't really have anybody. I tried to go to like the YouTube gurus, and I tried to go to Discord channels. I didn't really learn much, unfortunately. I kind of learned the basics, kind of. But then I realized I had to read a bunch of books and I had to do a lot of bit of grinding work in order to become a full-time trader. And so I'm trying to get that through people's heads that you don't need to be, there's a way to become a full-time trader. It's not easy, but it's worth the grind in order to do so. That's how I think, at least. So that's why this channel is here, to answer some of those more basic questions and some of those more intermediate questions too. But most of the time there's new traders on here, and the more intermediate traders, they come in every now and again. They ask my opinion on a particular stock or currency. Hey, Brett, no worries. You can let Rivian, I gotta learn how to pronounce their name properly. I need to watch CNBC on it. Yeah, you could definitely let it breathe a little bit here. That's just what I'm thinking. And the only reason I'm thinking that is just because of what I saw with Robinhood in the last few IPOs. They've been booming up and they've been kind of coming back down. So you've seen a lot of day traders hop into them, a lot of swing traders, and then they let them breathe back out, and then they try to go back up. Excuse me, over some time. That one's an EV play, so it is a little bit better. But I bought on opening day. I lost some money opening day because it went down, obviously. But right now I'm just holding on to it, and I'll see what happens to it. Maybe I'll sell today or tomorrow and buy back more. But I'm just usually with my long-term holds, I don't really usually care about the day-to-day movement of the stock. Let's see, hey Pierre, again, stock is cheap and moving up right now. Yeah, you guys could definitely go on there if you wanted to and chase it. Just be careful. It is at a FOMO level, which means people that are buying right now have a fear of missing out. Those are usually the people that have bags at the end of the day. So if you do buy in, don't leave your computer, or just be like set some type of an alert. So if there's a volatility move where it goes down 5% in a few minutes, just be there to sell off and take your profits as you're catching on to that momentum. So you can still make some money on it. I just, I wouldn't be holding it for long periods of time at this point, unless the moment that the volume is still up there. Volume is a big thing right now with Ian. Let's see. Hey, I'll look inside our WAXP. I can take a quick peek at it here. This is still grinding up. It's bouncing off for the 20. The time to buy it would have been just a few minutes ago here. Looks a little overextended, personally. I'd probably look to buy as it comes back down, maybe maybe under 94 cents, maybe even around 92 cents or something. I'd be looking to buy this in at. It looks like it needs to take a little bit of a breather here. Come back down to the 20 moving average on the 50-minute chart, or at least test it out at least. So if you wanted to take an opening position, I would say somewhere around like 93, 92 cents personally. That's what I'd be looking for. And then from there, we can see if we could bounce off of it and make another move. Be careful that you're not chasing this. Usually when you're buying something like this, you want to be buying on the breakout, which was down here. So yeah, it had a couple of attempts and then it popped. You would have wanted to be buying somewhere up here. You could even buy all the way up here at 90 cents and it will still have made you money on the breakout because the momentum was still there. But if you're buying right now, this is a very high risk play. If you're buying at this moment in time, normally you want to wait for some type of breakout. You could have been buying again right here. Right, held support and then boomed up. So you could have bought somewhere around 93 cents and sold up 97 cents if you wanted to. But at the moment, yeah, the moment I'd see, be careful with this one. You probably want to buy on the next breakout here that comes up to protect yourself from any unnecessary, like, you know, high risk plays or high risk drops. Let's back over here to the. There you go. This is the 15-minute chart, guys, on Bitcoin over here. This is just the second chart. Oh, that's Matic. There you go. Here's Bitcoin. Mike, looking to get a couple new apps with a lot of coins. Thinking of KuCoin and Uphold. Thoughts? I don't know too much about Uphold, but I know. A couple of new apps with lots of coins. I don't know too much about Uphold, but I do like KuCoin as a platform. They have a lot of coins on there. They pride themselves on putting as many coins as they can on that platform, which I really do enjoy. So I'd say KuCoin is a good place to start buying some coins. As far as Uphold, I don't know too much. It reminds me of that guy Upshot, which I don't like. But one of my friends uses it and he has no complaints about it, I guess. No, the coin. I think it's the coin. I don't know too much about the Uphold, my man. Sorry about that. But KuCoin, I can say that one's a good one. And hey, Daniel, you want to check out Sol very fast? Yeah, we'll take a quick peek at it. Oh, let me just actually go to crypto. There's too many Sols over here. I can take away this level of support since we broke down below it. We had this breakout here. We start the move. Let me see if I can pull up a Fibonacci level just so I can see the retracement level, see if it actually lines up or not. Held. Looks like in the short term, it's going to try to at least get back down here to 206 or so. That should be a decent buying opportunity. But since it is breaking down here below the $227 level, I could potentially see this breaking down below this Fibonacci level and coming back down here to somewhat more of a 192, let's say 195 as it tests at the 50-day moving average, and then potentially having a bounce. But remember, overall for Sol, eventually, that doesn't have to happen now. It is a little overextended from this trend line here. It may have to come back down here to even, let's say, around $200 in the next few weeks before it makes that big rip up here. A big part of this is all related to Bitcoin, of course. But right now, I could see it coming back down without Bitcoin to at least, 202, 205 levels here. And then from there, trying to bounce off of the 50-day moving average and trying to make a good play. You can see how far the 200 daily moving average is from this. This thing is pretty darn far away from it. But we do have this nice uptrend. It's still working out. I'd be looking to buy in a little bit at better prices down here, though, personally. But overall, it's still okay to hold. You just might see a dip before it goes. You might see a pretty sizable dip before it ends up going back up. Gotta stop moving that around. There we are. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, man. Everything fixed? Everything okay? Oh, phew. Okay. Sometimes when this happens, there's a whole bunch of freaky technical analysis that pops off because I have multiple charts with technical analysis and it glitches it all together, which drives me freaking nuts. Like, you know how I can have like 8 screens at once? Sometimes it'll move all of this stuff around, which will be very, very annoying. But so far here, Dogecoin is getting higher, not Dogecoin, Bitcoin's getting higher lows again right here, guys. Bitcoin's getting higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Hey, no worries, Alec, and have a good rest of your day, my man. Hey, Ashley, got yourself a Doge Elon Lotto ticket? No, I have not. What I decided, though, is I know a lot of you guys have to buy coins at high market caps. I'm going to try to find a coin at a very, very low market cap, buy some of it, like a couple $100 worth or something like that, or maybe just $50 worth. And then I'm going to tell you guys about it. And then we're going to see over like a period of a year plus where it goes. So I'm literally just going to hold that position and see what happens. But I'm going to have to put up a whole bunch of warning signs saying, hey, don't put more than like 10 to 15, 20 bucks into it. Because I don't want, you guys could always put more money into there, but I as a YouTuber now, I understand that I have the ability to move capital into certain coins just by talking about them. Now, I'm not saying I have the ability to move like tens of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars, something like that, but I can move a few $1,000s in if I just said, hey, I like this coin or something like that. So I'm going to try to be, why does this keep on popping up? Matic, what the heck is going on here? I'm just going crazy with it. So I'm gonna have to find a coin that's brand new, like a very spanking new coin, if I can find one, and then it would have to be bought on some type of dumb pancake swap, Uniswap, whatever swapper account, and then I'm gonna hold on to it for a year, and we're gonna see how that goes against an Ethereum, a Bitcoin, a Matic, or an ADA. We're gonna keep track of it and see what the gains are. We may lose all of our money. Well, no, you guys don't have to join the bet. I may lose all that $100, $200, $50, $20 investment. But I just want to see, if it does blow up, I just want to show you guys how the type of profit you can make by buying coins at a lower level. High risk. You're not going to be putting much of your portfolio in there at all. It's just high risk plays that you can have a lot of fun with at the same time. Hey, 1977, Uphold is great. Been using for a long time. Oh, that's good to see right there. See, we have people that use it. That's good to see right there. See. Hey Steve, hey Mike. So scaling and holding has given me my 2 worst days losses in the last week. If I sell, the stock goes up. If I hold, it goes down. What I would say, Steve, this might overcomplicate things. What you can try to do is just take a quick peek at the overall market. Like I sold my bill yesterday, my BLL, because I don't know if you got a bill, because first of all, it was hitting a resistance level. And then let me kind of scale out of here a little bit. Sideways, there we go. And then because I don't know if you have bill or not, I'm just using this as an example. And then I saw the overall Dow Jones was a little bit heavy and it wanted to test out the 20-day moving average here, right? That's what I was looking at in my head after we tried to pump up here and we ended up coming down throughout the day. That's what I saw. And now I see that the market looks like it wants to break down below the 20 and then try to come back down here for like maybe a bad few days or a bad ending to the week. Maybe it can bounce back off if we have some good earnings numbers. But that's what I saw yesterday here. And that's why I ended up selling off. Take a peek at some of the indexes and see how that works out. And then the next time we bounce off of this trend line right here, as far as the Dow is considered, or the S&P, the SPY or whatnot, right? See if you can time some of your positions or your plays to these moves, and then see if that works out for you. For the next Dow breakout here, might take a few days, but there's going to be another opportunity for a breakout. So see if you can time an options play with this breakout here, and find something that was falling down today with the Dow. So it's not, it's not going to be. You want to see it go up when the Dow goes up. You don't want to see it go down when the Dow goes up. Something like that. And see if that helps you out. It was definitely worth a try, though. Definitely worth a try. I hope we can. How do I say this? I hope it doesn't deter you from still trying, or from holding on a little bit longer. Or what you could possibly try to do. Oh, I don't want to be looking at the British pound. Actually, what is the British pound actually at the moment? Oh, I'm going down. Okay. There we go. Maybe try paper trading when you hold a little bit longer. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work out, but I think it'd be definitely worth a try there. I do understand your feeling if when you sell it goes up, when you buy it goes down. I do feel that though. Hey Phil, hey mate, what a night yesterday. It was definitely an interesting night. I'm happy the night's over. I didn't get much sleep last night because I was looking at Bitcoin quite a bit from my bed. I was just on my phone because I have the trading view on my phone. So I was like, oh shit, are we gonna go down? And what do you call it? So, but right now we managed to hold. We have the volume coming up. We're trying to bounce off. We're trying to bounce, but you can see there's a lot of selling pressure right here. Where there's a lot of selling pressure trying to keep us down. I'm hoping we can beat that, but yeah. So far, it's anybody's guess. I've been buying some coins here personally because this is a buying zone off of support. But if it fails, I'll lose like maybe 3 to 4% on Bitcoin at least, not everything else. Everything else, I have limit orders to help me. I have stop losses to help me out. Let's see. Somebody just called me for a fraction of a second. I think it was a wrong number. I was like, oops. Oh, guess I went through right there. Olympia. Who's calling me from Olympia? Hold on a second here. I always check out numbers that are calling me because I'm always like, who are you? Huh. Coming up as a Chinese number, so I don't know. Let's see. Hey Tim, can I take a look at Ader? Yeah. Thanks for asking politely. Ader, let me see how I pronounce it properly. Ader, yeah. If you're talking about the stock, let me take a peek at it here. I don't know if it's a crypto or not. If it's a stock, stay away from it. It's falling. I'll just say that really fast. It's falling. It doesn't look too good. Looks like it had a very good quarter like back last year, but it came crashing down. I'd be very careful. This one now would not be holding this whatsoever. Now, if Alter is a crypto, let me take a quick peek at it here. It just might be on coinmarketcap.com and not here. Oh, Ader, let me see. No, it's not there. So it must have been a stock. Yeah. So I'd stay away from that stock. Or did I see a peek over here? Ader. Nope. Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. Why the 1 billion market cap puts you off when SHIB is about 25 billion? Oh, I just don't like buying, like, so when I buy a coin that has a very high market cap, I'm only buying it for a couple of reasons. I'm buying it because I wanted to have a long-term hold on it, like something like Bitcoin or Ethereum. I like Ethereum a lot. I just wish their fees were a little bit cheaper, honestly. DOT's good, things like that. They have high market caps. I'm looking to hold on to those for a long period of time. I also buy those high market cap coins because they're breaking out and I want to hold on to them for maybe up to a few hours to a few days because I have a good strong feeling that they're going to go up even more. Because the breakout, the momentum, and the pattern that they are breaking out of. Oops, sorry, I just jammed my finger. Now, when I look at long-term holds, though, the Bitcoin is a safe long-term hold. Ethereum is a safe long-term hold. If I want to have a very high-risk long-term hold, which can make me a bunch of money in a shorter amount of time, that's when I go for those lower market cap coins. Like a Dogecoin. I bought Dogecoin when it was at 0.0024. 0.0024. 0.0042. One or the other. So if I go over here to Dogecoin here, let me just take a quick peek at it. Actually, we don't even have to even look at Dogecoin at the moment. Hold on. We're going to 5. Look at coin market cap. Doge is at number 10. Look at go to market cap. All. Let me see if I can find the exact price. So, oh, it was 2.4. Sorry, I was 2.4, not 4.2. All right, so 2.4 back here in 2020. Let's just say 2.5. So let's just say 5.1, May 1st. I know it's gonna be a little bit higher than what I paid for, but it doesn't matter. Oh, geez, my bad memory. 5.1. That's what we said. 5.1. So at 5.1-ish or 5.3, the market cap was $308 million. And because of that, I wrote up the market cap all the way up to what was the high of the market cap here. You know, $88 billion. Now, I sold my most of my Doge here when Doge hit 50 cents. Well under 75 cents. But guess what? I made a bunch of money buying at a low market cap and selling off at a high one. but I had to wait over a year for that Doge to really make me any money, and there was no certainty that Doge was going to continue going up. Where the hell is all these calls coming from? So that's why I like to buy some of those more high risk, low market cap coins, because if they do blow up, like, and of course Doge took a while to blow up here. I mean, this is, you know, back in 2014 at like what, $50 million market cap, 2014. Somebody might have bought it way back here, you know, for a very tiny amount and made a bunch over here, but they had to wait a while for it. I am willing to wait for those big pops, because this, you know, this paid off very well. I only put like 200 bucks into it, like 200 bucks I think, into it, and that made me a bunch. That's how I look at those more speculative calls. You guys don't have to put a lot of money into these, but I would say put at least like 1% of your portfolio into some really high risk coins. They're all over the place. If you look down here, very all over the place. What I'm going to do for you guys, I know a lot of you guys have been asking me about it anyway. I'm going to look for a coin that is at the very bottom. Like it's new. Maybe they haven't even, like, maybe they're going to do an IPO, or maybe they're going to have like a pre-sale, something like that. And I'll track that coin from beginning to end. It may take a year. It may take 5 years. I'll put like 20 bucks into it. We'll see where it goes. I plan on streaming for a long time here, so we'll just kind of see where it goes. It'll be kind of fun. Whenever I find this coin, whenever I tell you guys about it, understand, you could lose all of your money that you put into it. So please don't put more than like 20 bucks into it. Just don't. I mean, you can. I highly recommend you would only put like 5, 10, 20, at the max $100 into it, and treat that money as if you're going to the casino and you're ready to pull down the slots, or you're going to the roulette table. Okay, that's what I'm thinking about when I find these types of plays. It is money I'm willing to throw away, but it's money I've made off of profits. You know how much of the profits, like in my Dogecoin profits, I put a lot of that money into you know, just random speculative coins, and if one of them blows up in the future, like a few years from now, I would have had another good play. But I'm willing to wait for those plays. And some have lost all their money. Well, they haven't lost all their money. Some are down like 50%. Some are up like 400%. And I've only put like anywhere from 50 to a couple $100 into it. So it's not like I've been making a millionaire off of it or anything like that. But there's a chance for me to turn like a couple $100 into like $50,000 if it goes parabolic and crazy. Now, not everything's gonna turn like Doge, but if it just hits $1 million market cap and I'm buying in at like 50 million, I'm still gonna be happy with those results. Hey boy, what's the matter? You needy? My dog's all jealous that I'm talking with you guys. You can lick my finger, but you better not bite me. He's been biting me a lot because he's been mad I've been talking to you guys so much over the last few days. He's like, Bitcoin shit, go help me, go rub my belly. Let's see. Hey Steve, do a little bit of practice trading. Do a little bit of paper trading and see how it works out for you. See if that helps you. Hey, don't use your paws. He likes to use his paws like little punching bags. Let's see. I need to pump. I did lost a bit this drop. Let's see. Oh, hey Ting. Yeah, be very careful of it. It's coming down. It's coming down. It's broken down. It does not look good at all for holding at the moment. By the way, Apple broke out. Yeah, we were just talking about that a little bit ago, Steve. Yeah, we're happy to see that one. I know somebody bought Apple yesterday in anticipation for the breakout, so that was a good play for them. Hey, Phil, where do you guys buy your coins like Doge? I mean, right now, Doge, you can find Doge anywhere. But if you're asking like where you find them at when they're at a very low market cap, let's just say we're going down the list and we're finding a very cheap coin. Bro, stop. Hey, you better not bite me. Hey. Okay, no more pets for you. Let's see. We're gonna go find the lowest market cap stock we can find. The lowest one we can find, whatever that number is. If you go all the way to 76, they actually don't have market caps. That's how like small they can get. But I want to have something that can, you know, that you can see the numbers, or at least you're in like an IPO phase, so you just understand what's going on there. Think of how many new social media accounts have come up for crypto. 16. Getting closer. Now we're under $1 million market cap. All right, $116,000 market cap. Like, look how some of the cheap these coins are. And you can see how most of them are down, right? Most of them are down, kind of squiggling around. This is what a lot of the coins look like before they actually take off in the future. But again, majority of these coins will fail due to lack of social media skills. $181 right here. Bio Research Classic. Let's go with Trex. Trex just sounds cool, like a cooler name. But no, let's just go to Innovative Buy, whatever. Okay, this coin right here. Not much volume. The volume has only been $250 in the last 24 hours. It's up quite a bit. Somebody just took a small play on this one and they're looking at, you know, actually they probably sold it. That's what happened. Now, if you wanted to find out where it is, these are the only two places right now that you could buy this sucker. Crex24 and FineXbox. You have to go to coinmarketcap.com. You have to go all the way down to the bottom and you can see this is the only places you can buy them. You can't even buy them on the Pancake Swap yet. So this is what I'm talking about. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. I totally understand it. And usually a good new coin will usually be up on a Pancake Swap or something like that, or they will have a pre-sale beforehand. That way they can get on the Pancake Swap or Uniswap or whatever swapping app you want to look at. Check out the website. Oh, this website looks like crap. Yeah, this website looks like crap. Not crack, sorry, crap. This is not what you want to see from a website at all. Yeah. Ooh. You want to see something like maybe, hold on a second here, guys. How could you have such a bad website? Crypto websites have to be like very special, guys, these days. They have to be good. They can't look like crap. This one doesn't look too good at all. It has to have some type of tech look. This is better, but you guys understand the look of a website that I'm talking about. It has to look a little bit more crypto-y, if that makes sense. And that's just because it has to be able to build up hype. It has to be able to build up hype. It has to be able to get people to say, "Ooh, wow, I like this." It can't look all businessy. I mean, like, there's why a new coin would ever try to attract large investors is always beyond me. This website's not even loading. Okay, yeah. One more try here. Let me go up a little bit more. What's a good name? Oreo. There we go. Oreo. That's something I could happily invest in. Oh, can't be reached. Oh no! Like yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. You got to be very careful about with these speculative coins. Abulababa. This one looks a little bit better. A little bit better. Yeah, this one looks a lot better. I wouldn't have so much white here, but that's just a personal thing. So this looks a lot better, right? Again, I don't like the overall look of it, but it looks a lot better. You can kind of see somewhat of you feel something when you look at it, whether it's good or bad, who knows. And total pre-ICO, so they have a pre-buy-in period, so you can buy in at the very lowest point and all that other stuff. That's how, that's how they should look, or something similar to that. You don't want to have it be all like other websites, or you just be happy they have a website, I guess, sometimes. Go all the way back to the beginning and it erase all that hard work. There we are. But yeah, so yeah, that's why it's so hard to get into new coins. That's why they're very high risk. But that's why I say under 200 million is a good place to buy, not like under $10,000 is a good place to buy. Excuse me. Hey, Kieran, what do you think about BNB long term? Do you think it's good? I think it's fine for a long term. It seems like some of these exchange coins are taking a little bit of a dip, though. So I'd be looking to buy BNB over the next few days if it comes back down a little bit. But overall, I think it'll be fine. I think it's just taking a pretty hard hit. Mostly because you might expect they're just not making as much money or something like that. I don't know the justification for it. But according to the technicals, it wants to come down a little bit more. So I'd be careful with it. See. Hey, Jonathan, twice now I failed to sell original investment when crypto was pumping. Thought alt season was going to blast off. Next pump is selling, so I'd have money to buy these deals. Don't worry about it. Next time, just take your profits a little bit early and you'll be happy. I know it's pretty annoying, but at least for now, this is a buying opportunity, which is a nice one. So, I mean, you can either buy or you can just hold on to your position right now and hope for the bounce. Because if Bitcoin bounces off this Fibonacci level, we have a chance of going back up to maybe 62, 63,000 and then trying to go back up higher than that one. But we might have to consolidate for just a few more days before trying to rock it up. And those next few days are going to be crucial because those, even if we bounce up, shorts still have an opportunity to try to push us back down. But hopefully they would have been, you know, scared off by the bulls saying, hey, we're not giving you this Fibonacci level. We're not going to let you pump us down below, like, you know, $58,000. We're going to stand strong here. And if you try, you're going to get burned over and over and over again. Because remember, a lot of whales that trade here, and they use leverage, which means if Bitcoin, you know, rallies up here, let's say they open up a short right here and they're really trying to push us down. If it rallies up 3% and they're trading with like 20x leverage or something like that, they have lost like a large large amount of their position right there. Right? And so they don't want to continue losing money. Just like if the price keeps on going down, you're seeing a lack of buyers right now. Buyers don't want to lose a lot of money. But right now, at least for now, shorts are starting to learn like, hey, there's a big level of support here. We might not be able to break down below it. And so you're seeing that affected at the level of shorts that we've been seeing over the last few hours, right? The last big attempt they had was over here. They had one or more attempts down here, but overall, we're holding up quite nicely. And that's what we need to do in order to tell the whales, or the whales that want to short, there's whales that want it to go up as well. The whales that want to short, like, hey, try again at your own peril because you're going to be losing some money. There may be whales that shorted right here, you know, and let's say they had 10x leverage or something like that. It's currently up at 1.7. They're down about 11% on that short. And you know, whales have a lot of money, so they've lost a lot more money than you would if you were down 10%. I mean, they lost a lot of money at that point. And so they're going to have to make a decision. How longer do I want to hold this short? Or do I want to just, you know, get out, take a small loss like most regular traders do, and then just wait for another opportunity? Just wait for another opportunity. Because what Bitcoin, oh my God, he has a chew toy. What Bitcoin had, which was so good is, or for shorts here, Bitcoin had this breakdown right here to start shorting. Now they started shorting way up here because they wanted to push it down below the support, but that's what they were looking at. They had a clear opportunity to push this down. Now that we're down at support, now it's a more risky time because this is where the bulls take control. This is the bull zone. This is the bear zone up here during the breakout. Pop right back up here. So that's why you haven't seen as much crazy shorting going on at the moment. They may try again, but every time we hold is a good sign that it strengthens that support. It strengthens that support. Hey, no worries, Ashley. Have an awesome rest of your day. And Crow just shut up. Yeah, we can take a quick peek at Crow again. Yeah, it's trying again, guys. It definitely is trying again. If you want to ride this momentum, you definitely can. I would just say, you know, be very, very careful here, guys. Be very, very careful. It looks like it probably has another, I don't know, there's a little bit more time to run up here. But this is something you want to be day trading, not holding on for much longer. Boy, what are you biting down there? Are you biting a chew toy? Okay, you can bite the chew toy. It's fine. Wagging the tail, wagging the tail. There we are. Yeah, no worries, Jonathan. Hey, Doggy's so cute. Nice distraction. Yeah, for real, he is. He loves to play around. I'm gonna take him outside a little bit later, and he's gonna run around. There's been a lot of windstorms out here in the Pacific Northwest, specifically in Washington. I'm out over here where I am, and so my backyard has a bunch of trees in it, and I've been trying to clean it off. And normally I don't do too much yard work. I just pay people to cut the grass and whatnot. But since we had a drought, I don't even have much grass in my yard in the first place because I live in the middle of nowhere almost. Like here. What did I do with my dog picture? I hate when that happens. Nope, I don't have it. I keep on thinking I have it, but for some reason it doesn't save. Who cares? But yeah, basically I have a pretty decent sized backyard, and there's tree branches all over the place because the wind keeps on breaking them down. Which I'm assuming is because some of the trees died because of the drought, and I'm not going to water a tree. Let's see. Hey, Ashley, too busy learning? I appreciate it. Yeah. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you guys know I'm not the most exciting trader out there, but I try to make sure that you guys are at least not panicking and whatnot. And I'm not gonna hype stuff up to you. That's what I don't like about other YouTubers. Some of them hype up stuff, and like, there's probably more than a few, but there are probably YouTubers that said SHIB was going to a penny or going to $1. Like, they were flat out lying to you. I don't want to become that YouTuber. I understand it can get them a lot of views on YouTube, but I'm not really a fan of that. Hey Anthony, you've been making some money off of Prog and Vuzi? Hey, there you go. Congratulations, my man. Congrats. You are seeing Matic take a little bit of a bump up here right now, guys. So you are seeing, as this is holding up, you're starting to see some coins have nice little rebounds here. So that does bode well for Bitcoin. We talked about STMX last night. STMX has still been going up good since last night. So that's been a good play here. Anything else popping off? DOT is up about 2.5%, which is better than most other coins at the moment. Bounced off the 200 right there. So you are seeing a couple good plays here if you guys are interested in hopping on. Now Matic is only up about 5% at the moment, but let's see what happens here. I didn't buy any Matic, but I wish I did here. But yeah, I broke above the 200 on the 15. Look at that, and it just started rocking up. It'll have some resistance up here at $1.62. No, excuse me, 166. Sorry. One after that, not too much. So let's see if it can keep on beating through some levels of resistance. Yeah, not bad. As an uphill battle, but that could be kind of fun to watch a little bit later. So you're starting to see people more comfortable buying into altcoins, which is another good sign for Bitcoin here. Which is another good sign for Bitcoin. This one here. Hey, Zinathan, I appreciate your honesty is respected. Yeah, I wish YouTube thought the same the same way. Let's see. Make sure I can make a move here. All right, let me see what else is going on here. What about thinking about KDA? I'll make this the last thing I talk about for now. 5 minutes. I think it's fine if you wanted to do some day trading on it right now. I'd be careful about buying in. I'd look to buy in, particularly on a day trade, if we managed to break out above the 28.32. Personally, that's what I'd be looking at. And it almost bounced off the 20, but it did not. Yeah, personally, I'd be holding off before buying right now, just in case Bitcoin did take a dip. But if Bitcoin does hold and it breaks above the $20 level, I would buy right here and then swing it up a little bit. I know I wouldn't make as much profit if it happened, like, you know, if I bought right here and it did go up all the way up here. But this is the better breakout opportunity for buying, which is a little bit safer play than buying it right now, especially since it has to be able to break out above this level of resistance. So I'd be looking to buy about $28.30 if we're able to break out above that high. Right now, but it looks pretty fun if you wanted to day trade it though. A little bit of day trading, particularly if you guys have access to leverage, that'd probably be a good thing. But if not, this is still something you could day trade maybe on something like BitGate or one. Yeah, I have links down below if you guys want to try those ones out. But you could definitely have some fun day trading this one. You'd want to be open to shorting it as well though. Let's see. Hey Joker, only time better down there is you know. There we go. Hey Bits, my guy, hope all is well. Yeah, everything's going okay so far. We're barely managing to hold on, but I'll take this out, you know, at least we're holding on right now as far as Bitcoin's concerned. Hey, no worries, John. Thank you for watching the stream, man. I appreciate it. Hey Jonathan, luckily I did take profits on ADA at $3 and traded BitTorrent for a bit, but holding now, at least playing with house money on those ones. It's always nice when you're playing with house money. That's how I felt when I went to the casino the other day and I won a bunch of money and I just played with that the whole day. So there are some good plays here, guys. You can start to see that this is a buying zone. You are seeing buying, at least in the altcoin markets right now. This is a buying zone if you guys want to take that risk. I am taking that risk at the moment. You guys do not have to. We could always break down in the future, but you know, just take it with a grain of salt. Be very patient. If you guys do buy right now, have enough, like, let's say you guys buy something right now and it goes up 2%. Have a 2% trailing stop loss, or have a 2%, like have a certain stop loss there. So no matter what happens, you're going to be able to take some profit off that trade. don't risk it coming back down to breaking even or something like that later on. As long as it kind of goes up a little bit, definitely feel free to take the position, like sell the position and take that profit and wait for another buying opportunity if it starts to worry you or Bitcoin starts to curl back down or something like that. Okay, that's how I'm personally thinking about this type of stuff right now. But this is a clear buying zone for a lot of crypto. Personally, that's how I'm viewing it. Usually on this stream, I usually stream about 6 days a week just because of how the market works out. And I've been streaming 6 days a week practically with a couple of vacations in there since April. Okay. When I buy, it's usually when everybody else is kind of panicking, personally. And then if for whatever reason we continue to break down or something like that happens, I'll take that 5% loss because when I'm right, and usually, not always, usually I am. That's how you have to be usually right when you become a full-time trader. Then you're looking at the profits justify taking those small losses every now and again. You guys each have your own portfolios. You guys don't have to put 100% of your portfolio into crypto right now. You could just put 5%, 10%, 20% into crypto at the moment and just let it sit. Don't go all in on these types of plays at support. It's a little bit different than if it's on a breakout. I just want you guys to be careful. Even though I'm buying right now, doesn't mean, again, throw the kitchen sink out there. Doesn't mean throw all of your money out there. It just means I think we're at a good buying zone. Well, technically it's above 60,000. I said a good buying zone was all the altcoins under 60,000. That's how I viewed it. But that's how I look at stuff right now. Excuse me. Hey, Giant, many thanks. Love your show. It is kind of funny to think this is somewhat of a show here. But yeah, I stream quite a bit, and I enjoy it. Luckily, since I trade for a living, I don't actually have to go to work. I hate working. I mean, like this, I don't consider this work. I used to work at a Macy's a long time ago. I used to work downtown Seattle in corporate offices after I got went to college. I hate working. I don't hate working. I hate bosses. I hate being middle management that's like stuck between the corporate side and the workers side. I hate being that middleman. It's always so stressful. Let's see. Doug went over there to go see something. Hey, Joker. Sly. Thoughts on Doge now? Doge is fine right now. It's testing out support at the moment. So if you look at Doge here, testing out support. There was an opportunity to buy it way down here at 22 cents. It looks like you probably would have had to have an limit order to catch that. But so far, it's looking okay here. It may have a bounce back up here to 25 cents if Bitcoin holds. And they can try to break out for a dip and rip type of technique. I'm being patient to wait to see how it happens. But I've had Doge for a while now, so I'm not really concerned. But the low right now is about 21.2189 cents is that low point that we could see. That's where the trend line is currently at. If it comes down there, be very, very careful. Again, a buying opportunity. But man, if that does happen, you would see Bitcoin coming down as well. That would cause that. And then that'd be like, do I really want to buy right here? Because it looks like it'd probably break down to under 20 cents if Bitcoin took a big nasty dip. Hey, Jonathan, thoughts on DGB coin? It's a mining coin. DGB. I hate the DGB type stuff because not the coin itself. It's just I hate having to pronounce stuff like that because DGB all has that same. Let me see. Broke down right there on schedule. Okay. It's in that middle zone. I probably wouldn't be buying right now, only for the pure fact if you are buying, it's because Bitcoin's managing to hold at the moment, so it would be a decent opportunity. What I see on this one, though, is it's just barely holding over the 50. It looks like it wants to have a golden cross in just a few days, which is going to be a bullish sign, of course. So, I mean, it's not a bad opportunity to buy. You might risk it dipping a little bit, but overall, this 200-day is screaming down. The 50-day is just starting to curl back up. You could see a golden cross, and within a month or so, well, maybe even sooner than that, you can see it testing back up here about a little over 7 cents, maybe even up close to 8 cents. So this would be a decent play here. It banks on Bitcoin holding this Fibonacci level, of course, But that's the play you'd be looking for. And you do see a nice move right here on the golden cross. Mostly golden crosses, I would say, mostly affect Bitcoin. If anything, is Bitcoin controls most of the prices of all the other altcoins. But as I'm looking at this, that's the play that would be going on right now. And if you were holding, that's what you're holding for at the moment. You're holding for that golden cross, watching it move up and bounce back up above. What is this? I see that's the from. Let's say about 6 cents is called an even number. Break above its 200-day moving average, and then try to rally up. That's what you're going to be looking for as far as DGB. It looks fine right now, though. Looks fine. It's not even testing at the main trend line. It's holding above the 50, and Bitcoin's looking pretty solid at the moment. And you're starting to see money pump into the altcoins here a little bit as well, which means people are feeling more comfortable. Buyers are feeling more comfortable moving back into the market at the moment. There we go. Hey MSK, do I think Bittorrent's a good investment? Yeah, I have about 8 million Bittorrent with an average of 0.002. It's like a 5-year hold for me. I wanted to get, I'll be happy if it hits like $2-3, but I think, you know, with inflation and some crazy, like, you know, when other continents get into crypto and whatnot, I think it has a chance of hitting up to like $7-10 in the future. That's more like 10 years plus type stuff, but that'd be a huge market cap, but I think it can get there. That's my big play of the, not big play, but that's a big play that I have currently. Hey Sly, do I think anything's going to happen with the wedge forming on Doge? History would say probably not at the moment. Every time Doge pops up, it actually comes back down to a pretty similar level than when it popped off from. Before this Bitcoin drop, it was kind of grinding up, which was nice. But I would say at the moment, probably not. It might have a short-term pop, but then it'll come back down afterwards. That's how I see it, at least. Anything good? Whenever Doge goes parabolic, it will happen off of a breakout off of a pennant, though. That I can say with some certainty, but, you know, 4 out of 5 times, it comes back down. More often than not, it comes back down. So from a statistical standpoint, it would be wise to sell on any Doge breakout pop moment and then look to buy back down at a lower price. What you could do if you wanted to mitigate a potential missing of a parabolic boom from Dogecoin, if it does end up going up, you know, parabolic again. If Dogecoin pops, sell 80% of your Dogecoin, spend that 80% back on more Dogecoin as it goes down, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And at the end of the day, you're going to accumulate more Dogecoin. So if whenever it does eventually go back up, you're going to still have a pretty good position to be riding that wave, riding that wave back up to 80 cents, $1, whatever it ends up going up to. Or what you could do is what some people do here: Dogecoin pops, you sell, you buy back down to a lower price, and you just take that profit and you rinse and repeat over and over and over again. So you could either use that strategy to accumulate more Dogecoin, or you could use that strategy to just accumulate more cash. Both are fine. Some people do a mix of it as well. It's really up to you. But usually when Dogecoin breaks out, it usually comes back down, unfortunately, even though it's a pretty nice movement. But that's the way Dogecoin's usually worked. Here, while we're waiting for Bitcoin to do something here, it looks like Bitcoin's it's kind of getting squeezed here a little bit. I know you can't see the other moving average coming down here, but it's looking like it wants to pop off here. At least an attempt to pop off, let me say that. But while that's happening, if you look at Dogecoin here, see this spike came up. It tried to hold for a little bit longer than normal, which was nice. But what happened? It eventually came back down, spiked all the way to 33 cents, came back down here to 26 cents. Spiked up here to 28 cents, came all the way back down here to 23 cents. Spiked up here from 29 cents all the way up to 45 cents, came back down here within just a few days all the way to 29 cents. 45 cents down to 29 cents. This is notoriously volatile. 35 cents to 60 cents, back down to 20 cents. Even on this initial boom, it went up a whopping 532%. Just a few days later, let me get rid of this magnet. Just a few days later, came all the way back down here 66%. Even within the next day, it came back down 48%. It went up 81%, came back down 64%. This is what Doge does. This is why I say it's plenty okay to just sell on the pop and then just be done with it for a while, then buy back down at a lower price. Even if as it was going up, it did the same thing. Now, again, you could hold on to some Doge. You could sell like 80% of your Doge, 50% of your Doge, buy back more as it comes down here. No worries about that one. But as we look at Dogecoin, even though it's recovering okay, not the best, but okay, right now, I really just want to see it break above this trend line here. But this pennant, I mean, the end of this pennant all the way in April of 2022. Most likely, if it does something, it'll happen next month. Dogecoin, you could see how it could rally up here, then go boom like that. I could see it happening December or January is where I could see Dogecoin having a big, massive move, like 80%, 100% plus move. But until that happens, that's the strategy I would take. But I'm not even doing that strategy. I'm just holding my Dogecoin at the moment because I have more important place to be doing, because Dogecoin isn't. God, my dog's right underneath my legs, so if I put my legs down, I can't. I'll like be putting them on him. But oh, sorry, boy. I know. I'm sorry. But until that happens, I'm just personally holding my Dogecoin. But if you guys wanted to trade Dogecoin, that's the strategy. You would want to be buying Dogecoin right now. If you ever wanted to buy Dogecoin, this is one of the opportunities, because at the bottom of the trend line right now, Bitcoin's holding. You're starting to see volume come into altcoins here and starting to pump some of them up. Not all of them, but you're seeing a lot of green on my screen, probably like above my head, so to speak. You're probably seeing a bunch of green numbers up there. You see Sol is red though. Maybe FTM is red. Oh, sorry, boy. I know I kicked you out of there. I'm sorry. But that's what you're seeing at the moment. Even Bitcoin's up 2%, Matic is up 5%, Bitcoin's up 0.6, Doge is up 0.5, Ethereum's up 0.76. Anything else up? STMX is up 10, Sol is down 2, FTM is down 1, SHIB is up 0.5, and DOT is up 2.5, and you see Luna's down about 1% or so. So, that's the way I would trade it. But people seem to forget that Doge went down a lot as it was going up. I was streaming every single day when this happened, guys. So I saw oh my God, we're going to the moon. Oh my God, we're going back to the penny. Oh my God, we're going back to the moon. Oh my God, we're going back to a penny. Oh my God, we're going to the moon. Oh my God, we're going to a penny. And it was the same thing like every other day. And I was watching this, and it was definitely a crazy time. But that's how Dogecoin works. And even when Dogecoin goes parabolic eventually, which I think it will, I think it will here. But when it does, if it pops back up to, let's say, 45 cents or so, I expect that after it breaks up to 45 cents to come back down to 35 cents, maybe even come back to 30 cents, and then try to go up again over the next few days. That's how wild it's going to be when it happens. And you're just going to see people over and over and over again freak out. And you're going to see people buying up here, selling down here, buying up here, selling down here, over and over and over again, because they just haven't looked at the charts and seen that, wow, Dogecoin is a really freaking volatile, crazy coin, and that's what caused so many people to become bag holders on it, because of not noticing how crazy of the swings it has. Back to Bitcoin, back to 5, there, and there we go. And there's a little bit of a pop I was telling you guys about a few seconds ago. How did that go? Oh yeah, there we go. That was a nice move. I love when I say something, go talk about something else. When I come back, it's like there's a little pop I was talking about. Hey, Jack, what about the CKB? I think it's fine as a long-term hold. This is an okay time to be buying it, if you ask me. Hey, Joker, that 1 second chart is nice. You leave those charts up on your other channels. So today I'm going to actually spend some time doing some stuff. I have a few streams on my channel. So this channel pretty has a high upkeep, on my part, but I like streaming. I make enough money to kind of put money into this. And I have, there's a whale that watches this channel, and he helps me out financially a lot for keeping all this stuff running. I'm going to get rid of the SHIB stream. This has been overdue. I should take my stream off a while ago. There's this one I have when I'm talking, and there's this one right here. This one right here is going to stay the same. I will put a Bitcoin stream up here today that has the second chart and the 15-minute chart for Bitcoin, so you guys can see what's going on. I'll do that for you guys. And then I also have another stream, and I'm thinking of doing Ethereum on the 15-minute chart and Ethereum on the 1 second chart. I think that's what I'm looking for at the moment. but I'm not entirely sure. I'm thinking that's a good idea. What I might do next month, guys, I'll probably start it December 1st. You know, I pay for 3 streams, so I'm usually paying couple $100 a month for the servers that I stream off of these, because I don't have like multiple computers around in my house, nor do I have, like, even though I have good Wi-Fi, I don't have the Wi-Fi capabilities to do a whole bunch of streams. I may purchase 2 more streams, and I'll do another poll saying, hey, I have one for Bitcoin and Doge, I have one for that just Bitcoin, and I have one for Ethereum. What other coins do you guys want to watch? Probably on a 15-minute chart with some technical analysis. So maybe one of the possibilities is maybe you guys want to look at one chart will be the most popular things of the day, the most popular coins today. So whatever is really pumping up that's on TradingView, I'll have those ones up. And then maybe for the other chart, it'll just be 2 coins that you guys like to see. Like maybe it's ADA and XRP. Maybe it's a metaverse coins. Maybe I'll have 4 coins. You guys know I can put up like 4 charts. I pay for the premium setup for TradingView, so I can put like a lot of charts up here. I'd say 4 is enough, because any more than 4, it starts to look pretty cluttered on the phone. But you know, I could put up 4 different charts of 4 different metaverse coins. You guys can be tracking metaverse coins. I can do a lot of stuff here, and if those streams do okay. And I'm not saying they need to have hundreds of viewers, but I would like to see them get at least 10,000 views a month each, just to kind of justify the high price of the servers. But if they do okay, I'll leave them on for a specific amount of time. If not, I'll switch out the tickers on there, and I'll see if I can find something more popular. But I probably will have one stream that's covering like stocks, coins that are really blowing up with technical analysis. And there we go, right here. I do have algorithms as well. So like here. I do have access to plenty of algorithms here, just because I'm an influencer. People are always trying to get me to sell their product. So I do have algorithms I could always put on here. I think I have the Vital algo right here. Supply demand to dark pool dynamic reactor. We don't need the dynamic reactor. Dashboard. We don't need the dashboard right now either. So I could have all this stuff going on right now on those screens as well. Maybe not on a daily chart, maybe on the 15, so you guys can keep track of it and see how that works. I bet there's a way for me to have this daily information here on a 15-minute chart without having it change. Like, and you see how this is the 15? You see how this is a buying zone right now? See the support right here? This is what I'm looking at. Now, the algorithm, the algo tells me this, but like just me being a trader, I already knew that by just looking at some different levels here. But you can see how there's going to be some resistance as we come back up here. But look at the 15. We're getting closer and closer to breaking above the 200 on the 15. If we break above that, we should be okay for a few hours, and we should be very nice and calm and happy that Bitcoin's going up here. So I have a whole bunch of tools in my toolbox, so to speak, that I can give you guys on streams. And I'd rather you guys use my tools instead of actually paying for them yourselves. So I mean, that's personally what I like to do. Again, I understand tools, like I don't know how much this tool costs me, like $30 a month, $40 a month, who knows. It's very useful. I have a link to it down below if you guys ever wanted to use it on by yourself on your own charts. You can even see we're at a high activity level. But high activity usually means we're looking for some volatility. That's basically what it means, but I don't usually on the 15-minute chart. On the daily here, high activity, what happened last high activity level? We shot up. Last high activity level, shot up, right? And so right now, we're not even at high activity level at the moment. We're just kind of waiting. But you can see where these resistance levels are. These will come back and these will come back up again, and on and on and on. And you can see right here, this is the support level according to the algorithm. I told you guys that quite a bit of time ago. So, you know, you don't have to use algorithms to succeed. They just kind of help you out if you're learning, I would say, to show you some of those key buying levels. And you see right here, this is a key support level, at least so that's what the algorithm thinks. Okay, random message. I'll take the algorithm off right now though, but that's something I could put on one of the streams for you guys, just so you guys can take a peek at it. Maybe I break down the Bitcoin chart into like the Bitcoin 1 second, 5 minute, 15 minute daily, or 1 second, 15-minute, 4-hour, daily, something like, actually it would probably be second, 5-minute, 15-minute, 4-hour, not even the daily. And then I would break it down like that so you guys can see each chart. And then maybe the chart that has the 4-hour or the daily on it, that would have the algorithm so you can actually see what's going on at that particular moment in time. And the other ones would just be kind of naked charts with maybe Fibonacci levels and stuff like that. So my point is, sorry to rant about it. My point is I have a lot of leeway of what I can give you guys, because I have access to a whole bunch of stuff that costs some money that you guys might not want to pay for, but I pay for it so you guys don't have to. So that's what I'll be looking at probably over the next week or so. Today I will set up a Bitcoin page, a Bitcoin only chart, and 1 second, 15-minute, 1 second, 5-minute, 4-hour, 1 day, or 1 second, 15-minute, 5-minute, 15-minute. No, 5 minutes, 15 is too close together. 1 second, 15-minute, 4-hour, 1 day. Yeah. And it's not going to look as cool. It might not get as many views, but that's going to be much more useful for you guys for making money off of Bitcoin and understanding those key levels. That's how I'm going to say it. That's the way to say it. If I had the 1 second, 5-minute, 15-minute, and like 4-hour, you'd see much more active movement in the charts, which makes them much more exciting, which keeps you guys more engaged at a longer period of time. I've seen that through my own analytics, but I want you guys to make some money here. There we go. So that's what I'll do for Bitcoin. That's what I'll do for Bitcoin today. Back over here to the second chart. And remember the 15, we're getting closer and closer to testing this out. We might have one more dip before we really try to break out, but give or take 45 minutes, we're looking at some good movement possibly coming in here for Bitcoin. I'm thinking if I'm a whale that wants to long, I'm waiting like a half an hour, then I'm gonna go, let's go, boy. And then that's what I'm looking for. Stream 1 for Upcoin. Let's see what's going on here. No worries, Joker. Have a good rest of your day, my man. Hey, Thomas, do I think Bitcoin has a chance to hit 30K? There's nothing out there right now saying Bitcoin's going to hit $30,000 at the moment. There's like nothing saying that on the charts. Like, in order for Bitcoin to hit $30,000, it would have to break down below this Fibonacci, the next Fibonacci, and the next Fibonacci after that. Then it would have to hit its trend line. Then after that, it would have to break through that trend line, and then break through a couple levels of support back from July, and then it would have a chance of hitting 30,000. Like there's so much weight, Thomas, that would have to happen for Bitcoin to crash that fast. Not impossible, of course, but man, like the chances are like under 1% at the moment for it. Hey, John, can Starl ever hit 10 cents? Is the market cap too high for that? Let me see what the Starl is. Oh, and I think I actually skipped over somebody's question, so hold on a second. I'm gonna help you out, and I'm gonna go help him out very fast. Who's the other one that asked the question? Sorry. Oh, CKB. Yeah, I'll help you out in a second, Jack Black. Starlink is down about 4.5% at the moment. Not looking too good. Market cap 748 million. 10 cents. That's a pretty aggressive price for Starlink right now. It's a pretty aggressive price. Like maybe 50 years in the future, maybe if there's enough money out there printed by then, maybe. But right now, market cap, I'd be happy if it ever got to a penny. I'd be happy if this thing ever got to a penny, personally. Maybe 2 cents, something like that. But as far as 10 cents, that's a little crazy for the moment. Maybe if this was back down under $200 million market cap, maybe even like $50 million market cap, maybe. But right now, yeah, it's a little. It doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon, at least. Why am I getting all these messages? Okay. There we go. We're trying to get pumped up again here. We can leave that Fibonacci level behind for now. There we are. It's trying to make a move. It's trying. Mostly because they see the 15-minute chart right here. Still trying to pump up right there. So we'll see how that works out. And then, oh, hey, Jack Block, CKB. Let me take a peek at it. Excuse me. CKB. This is an okay opportunity to buy CKB. You can see it's bouncing off of the 20-day moving average. We're trying to hold. This, you know, it's come up quite a bit. It's ahead of Bitcoin and stuff like that, so it has rallied considerably. I'd probably only take a small position and do much more of a short-term swing trade here or a day trade on this bounce, and then I would look to sell out of it. If you wanted to leave some in after you make a little bit of profit playing this bounce, then you could. If it ends up, if this daily candle closes in like 5.5 hours, if it ends up breaking down below the 20, I would consider selling this and then moving on to a different coin, because it has pumped up like a lot recently. This thing definitely needs to breathe a little bit more. But if the volume is there because Bitcoin is bouncing off of the Fibonacci level, you're going to see this come up to maybe back up to 28, maybe even 30 cents, and then probably coming back down unless there's so much volume that it keeps pumping and pumping back up from there. So I think it's okay. Right now is the time to buy. If you're holding it, you can still hold it. But man, if this daily candle closes below the 20-day moving average, run for the hills, sell it, move on, be happy with that, with the profits you've made over the last few days, if you have made profits off of it. Oh, there's a little bit of a ceiling right here. That's interesting. You saw somebody try to buy a whole bunch of it right here, or somebody tried to short it. There were limit orders right here to buy it back up. So shorts are not happy. They're trying to stop us before we hit the 200 moving average on the 15-minute chart. Are there any other moving averages here? No, I wouldn't expect so. 1 minute, 5 minute, oh, just 15. Okay. Let's see. Where do I think it can go, CKB? I wouldn't say much further than where it has now. No, when I look at this right here, the chances of it, like, how often do you see a chart do something like this, bounce off the 20 and then go parabolic? Most of the time they bounce back off a little bit and they end up falling back down. So I would say maybe back up to 30, 32 cents, something like that at the max. And then you would probably sell off like 80%. And then if you have any, if maybe up to 80%, you have to sell 80% of the position. And then you would let the rest of it ride to see what happens. But as soon as it breaks down below the 50 or the 20 moving average, it's coming back down pretty hard. Hey, DB top PBX, I can take one quick look at it very fast. This one's pretty new, it looks like, to KuCoin here, but you do see it's bouncing off the 50-day moving average. This is an opportunity to buy it. I just wish I had a little bit more data on it. This would be much more of a short-term trade for me personally. I'd buy it now, and as it tests out the 20-day moving average going forward, since I don't even have a 200 moving average here, I'd probably just do a 1 to 2 day hold on it and then sell it up here around 27 cents or so and make a quick, I don't know how much profit would that be, 25% if it did happen, so probably around 17% by the time the 20-day moving average curls back down. I take that maybe 15 to 20% profit, even though it says, you know, it can possibly go higher. I take that short amount of profit and I move on after that play, because it might get rejected back down here, then bounce around until it's squeezed in between the 2 daily moving averages here. There we go. All right, everybody. I'm going to end the stream right here. I've been streaming for a little bit of time now. Oh, yeah, just 2 hours about. I will be streaming later on tonight, and if anything crazy happens in the crypto world, I will be back here to stream some more with you guys. Otherwise, I'll be streaming back up here at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Until then, I am going to be putting up a Bitcoin stream here in a little bit. This Bitcoin stream will have a 1 second chart, a 15-minute chart, a 4-hour chart, and a 1 day chart or something similar to that. And then I'll have an algorithm set on the daily chart so you guys can see what the algorithm is saying. That way it's kind of my voice, because I tell you what an algorithm would say anyway. I I just trade for a living, so I just tell you that flat out. And so look for that stream coming forward. And if you guys want to ask any questions in there, I know there's a few experts amongst you guys that can help each other out. And you just feel free to talk to each other, give each other advice, tell each other about the coins you guys are looking for, and you know how your day is going. So all that type of stuff. All right, everybody. I will see you guys a little bit later, and I will be streaming again later on in the evening, and I will be putting up a Bitcoin stream here pretty soon. I just have to go into the server, the Canadian server I have, and put that up for you guys, and it'll be called Bitcoin something. So just keep an eye out for it. I'll make a thumbnail for it and whatnot. But I will see you guys a little bit later. Thanks again.